Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Well, that's not good. Damn it, Trevor. Let's see if we can fix that just a second. Hey, there we go. All right. Well, that's a good start for the very first time in Outer Points Productions history. Good morning, everybody. It is 11:09 a.m. on a Friday morning here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I don't even know. I even neglected to ask as to why they scheduled this match at 11 a.m., but here we are, and it's going to be fun because we're going to go to a shootout. Already determined that with the players, so they're well aware of it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in this morning. This is going to be a fun match. We've got Jason Van, local favorite, of course. I'm going to just put that up there in front of you. And from the Milwaukee area, plays at Shepherd's a lot. Also plays it at Sussex Bowl quite a bit. Miss Gretchen Froelich. So she is one of the 7 female players in the field. This is round number 2, and there are 4 of them remaining, and I'm proud to say that. I think it's fantastic. So, with that being said, we're going to get out and do a lag. And let's get this fun started, shall we? All righty. Players are ready. Looks like the chat is ready as well. Good morning, everybody. I like everybody testing out the... and I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what those little crowns are. Somebody said last night about a community... community leaderboard or a community leaderboard. I have no idea what it means. No clue. All right, so Jason decided to crap rack himself the first game. Nick Sumnicht. Actually, Nick played against Gretchen at Sussex Bowl a couple of weeks back, as a matter of fact, right? In a challenge match. Also a competitor in this 1.4. Good morning, Trevor. Good morning, everybody else except Roger. Yeah, Chris Green said he had something more important to do today. I'm like, what? How dare you? Good morning, Craig Bear. Good morning, Amy. What's happening? I think we got kind of a split field this morning. Half the chat cheering for Gretchen, half the chat cheering for Jason. I'll tell you what, with 40 people watching already, don't you people have jobs? Jamie Cools, that's not nice to say about Amy. What's going on, Tyler Mosier? If you were here last night, Tyler took on Dave Kaspritsky. I don't know if I should tell you exactly the outcome, because if you didn't watch it, then I'll get more watch hours if you go back to my YouTube channel and watch it. I'll tell you. Dave started out on fire. And really kind of literally got the ball rolling in 8-ball, winning, I think it was 5-2. And then Tyler found a head of steam and really found a rhythm and a groove in 9-ball and ended up winning that 7-2, I believe, forcing the third set of 10-ball and ended up winning that 6-2 or 6-3, something like that. So Tyler Mosier moving on to round 2 of 2.1. What's going on, Mark House? Mark House also in this tournament series, playing Priya Nataraj, probably Sunday, June 8th. May or may not be on the stream. Good morning, Dave S. You are very welcome. As you can tell, I enjoy what I do, or I would not be here in my booth at 10 o'clock this morning. Kyle Vertel, where the hell are you? Decided to not make the trip from Wapaka today? Or is it too early? So Gretchen's going to be, it's a little bit troubling getting on that 11:15. I think she's got to play this 13 first. Should end up with a shot on the 9-ball, but, well, yeah, I guess it's kind of a horse apiece. She could actually play the 9 in the side and then try to get shape on the 11. This is a tough rack. She called safe. Oh, I like it. A smart player. That's well done. That's well thought out. I like Amy's comment. Yes, the new laugh track had its debut in last night's match. And I like it. You know what? I'm going to play it just for the hell of it. We don't need to, but it's fun that way. Good morning, Dennis Molson. All right, that is another foul on Jason Van, giving Gretchen ball in hand again. I think if I was her, I think I would play this 15 first in the upper right-hand corner, now lower right-hand corner. Good morning, Heather Johnson. As well as Scotty Q-Ball Haskins. That's a fabulous screen name. Scott, are you headed out to the golf course somewhere today? Or what's on your agenda after the match? Chip Olson, good morning. Cheering on Jason. Tiernan Tots, this is perfect. Sitting at treatment, relax. What treatment are you? Maybe I should not be asking this question. Thanks a lot, Trevor. Annoying. Mike Masevich said Gretchen has been kicking butt doing some spot shots. That's interesting. You know, it's funny because there's 3 matches that I have talked to the players after the match that have gone to a shootout. And there's quite a few of them, actually. Just not on the stream. And several of the players have said that is what they've been practicing that just as much as the regular play. Just in case it does end up coming to a shootout. Tiernan Tots, dialysis. Aha. Well, best of luck to you, sir. Cannot be an easy thing to live with, I'm sure. But you're living. That's all that matters. Good morning, Jeff Sopa. I know the feeling, Scott Haskins. Been there, done that many, many times. Good morning, Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I've never met Gretchen myself, Amy, until this morning, and she is. I like her character. I like her demeanor, and she's got spunk. There's no doubt about it. And from what I've heard, she can be one hell of a player. Of course, up and coming. That's why we're in $4.99 and under. So that is good on her. I hope she keeps keep rising. See if she can get to 600 Fargo at some point. Already plays better than Roger Pregler, so. I sense a little jealousy in the chat by Nick Sumnick. Would have loved to had a stop shot on this 2-ball to play the 3 in the side and drift forward for the 8, but he's going to have to put some movement on this cue ball. Ooh, that one didn't have to go in. Caught all the outer points. But ended up perfect on the 3-ball. All right. Rack number 1 goes to Jason Van, opening his account first. So again, if you look at the little pool balls on the scoreboard, the first race is a race to 4, 8-ball. Second race is a race to 5, 9-ball. So they are guaranteed a race to 9 at minimum. If we do go to a third set, it is going to be another race to 4, 10-ball. If that race must be won either 4-1 or 4-2 by one of the players. If not, it goes to 3-3. We go to a shootout. So everybody keep your fingers crossed. Bill, where are the wheelchair championships this year? Is it in, was it Vegas the last time? Much better break by Jason. Good morning, Fred Renner. Ah, that's right. Quincy, Illinois. I think we should talk about one of my sponsors already this morning. You've seen him right in the very beginning. I'm going to pick up right where we left off last night. Seen his commercial at the beginning of the broadcast. Dumper Dan, you've seen him on the stream a couple of times. He's actually going to be in the booth with me next Wednesday. He is going to be commentating for Tim Stockinger and Lyle Gable's match. Yep. So anyway, he owns Dumper Dan's. Actually, he's been a fisherman since he's been on the lake since he was like 19 years old. Can't beat the fleet. Clean, modern, newer boats, an experienced professional crew, and a one-owner business makes all the difference. You'll enjoy fishing aboard any of their 6 tournament-winning, fully equipped, matching Baja Cruiser sport fishing boats. Patrol on beautiful Lake Michigan for quality trout and salmon aboard Sheboygan, Wisconsin's all-time largest charter fishing fleet. Good morning, Patrick. Nick, I think you need therapy, man. I got nothing. I promise you though, Bill is going to have a comeback for your statements. That would be my guess. You are going to hell, especially guess. Oh my God. You are destined for the pits and the fires of hell, buddy. Justin Ellingson hiding from the boss just to watch. I'll tell you what, we've got almost 60 really dedicated fans of of the game here this morning. I wonder how many of you are going to get fired after today. Good morning, Hitman. It's still morning, just so you know. We're not into the afternoon just yet. He's at poolside at Chula Vista in Wisconsin Dells. Oh, rough to be you, huh? Good morning, Mrs. Green. Thank you for keeping your husband away from the booth today. Very nice shot by Gretchen. Not a tremendous reward after making that nice cut on the 7. Left her with one shot, and it's on the 5 ball in the lower left-hand corner. That is about it. I'll tell you what, Justin Ellingson, yes. I'll send you an excuse for Outer Points Productions needed your assistance. Let me think on that one for a little bit. Yeah, Roger Pregler will probably come up with something witty. Another great shot. That's well done. You know what I find most entertaining, or most amusing, I should say, is we have almost as many viewers right now in the middle of the day. It's not even noon yet on a Friday, where, and I'm sure not all of you have, the day off, or you don't have a daytime job, or whatever the case may be. It's none of my damn business, but we have almost as many viewers probably watching from work. Amy, isn't your husband supposed to be on a roof somewhere in where he's working? Or you just decided to take the day off as well? Al, how long are you at Chula Vista? We love that. It's an awesome vacation spot for us as well. We make it down there at least twice a year. Chris Green is at a restaurant eating breakfast. Wow, must be nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is going to get away from her. That was hit with a little bit too much pace. It's a good shot. A little too much speed on that cue ball. Scared of heights. Hey, first like and share of the day. Thanks, Fred. I think you could probably talk some of our other viewers into doing that as well. Okay, we're jumping over that 10 ball. She may have called this. I don't know if she called it in the side by the 8 yet. Nice. Oh! She almost got away with... I don't know if she called that in the lower left. She did not leave Jason easy. Well, I think the 11 in the side isn't too bad. It's not a full pocket, but it's pretty decent. Amy, I hope everything's okay after your doctor's appointment. And Jamie should be watching you. Oh, are you serious, Heather? Is Chris really on his way? Damn it all. God, I can't get away from him. It's a smart shot by Jason. He didn't feel like he had the easiest of outs. Or a good starting shot to get out, so decided to play safe. Damn it. Heather, you just ruined my freaking day. This morning was going so well. Tara Camden says Gretchen drilled about 1,000 of those caroms at State. I'm assuming the difference being this one was a jump carom. That always makes it more fun. She plays right-handed but jumps left-handed. That's pretty cool. Sorry, Trevor. Yeah, we all have to bear the, burden of this has now become my job. Is labor of love. Well, the good thing, Heather, is the door on the booth has a fingerprint lock to it. There's no way to access it without my thumbprint, and I'm on the inside, so I don't have to open the door for Chris. The only thing I don't like about that shot by Gretchen, instead of going for the hit, it doesn't do anything for her two ball either. So Jason can play other safes where Gretchen still has to get her two out of there, or at least attempt a good hit. Good morning, Mr. Chamberlain, tuning in from Muskego, sorry. Muskego, not Mugwanago. Fred, how many quarts of salsa you got brewing today? Fred and Trevor, where is the big tournament tomorrow? Good morning, Pedro. Giving Gretchen some props for her good play. I don't even know how old. Does anybody know how old Gretchen is? Yeah, I'll tell you, if she keeps at it, and like Jason, Jason took lessons from Tyler and Margaret as well, and it has definitely helped his game and his demeanor and his presence around the table, just kind of the way that he handles himself. So if Gretchen decides to do the same thing, get some good lessons on fundamentals and everything else, I think she'll be one hell of a player. She'll be somebody to reckon with. Tarek says she's 25. Okay. Fred has got 16 courts. Aha. Gotcha. Trevor? So Nick Sumnick said Gretchen has taken lessons from Grace Eek. Very nice. That's a good person to take lessons from. All right, for game number 2 in 8-ball. Two nothing, Jason Van. You know when you get that feeling, like the hair on the back of your neck stands up, or you get those chills up and down your arms, whatever that like there's a disturbance in the force. It's already starting. Just knowing that Chris Green is on his way here, I'm starting to pucker, and not in a good place either. I got nothing, Nick. Given that this is a family friendly stream, I have to refrain from commenting. Somebody else can if they want to, but let's talk about JP Shower Custom Cues. They are located up in Green Bay. They've been building custom pool cues for, actually, it's probably 35 years now or more. Everything that goes into a JP Shower pool cue is among the highest quality available. Exotic woods, inlays, tips, and ferrules are all built with top-notch materials. Every single P-Shower cue is 100% made in the USA and includes a lifetime warranty against warping and defects. I love my P-Shower. Thank you, Amy. I will check that out. Yeah, I really like the layout of the sponsor screens. As I was saying last night, so it doesn't detract from the players at the table, so the viewers can still see what's going on. Although I really, I really like that putting the flyer on top of the table. I enjoyed it while it lasted, but I do believe that it is better this way. Yeah, actually, Jamie, I was gonna, I was gonna comment on that too, but you also have to remember, Tieran and Tots, this is a $4.99 and under. This is not your $6.25 and under like you were watching last night. And I give grace where grace is. I wouldn't say needed, where it should be given. They're not going to play the fastest pool. They're not going to run tables. It's going to happen from time to time, but I was actually talking with Gretchen prior to the start of the match, and she has played on Outer Point streaming before. She played against Nick, and she's played on other streams, or whether it was just streaming with the camera. So it's not that the camera shyness or anything else, but there's a lot of pressure because there's a lot of money on the line, and the awesome part about the stream for the $4.99, they can go back and hopefully learn from what they see in the video. So the match actually didn't start till like quarter after, and to me, honestly, it doesn't matter if this match lasts 5 hours. So neither one of in my opinion anyway, neither one of the first two games where it wasn't like a really open table either. And this one it's pretty much the same. There's a lot of congestion. All right. Gretchen did, even though she pocketed the 5. Jamie, that's actually that is one of the reasons for, actually the biggest reason of the new graphics, is so I stopped getting yelled at. Can't see the damn shots. Whoa, whoa. Oh, my goodness. She has Jason. She has Jason corner hooked right on one of the outer points. That is brutal. I tell you what, I really wish I had an extra $700 just laying around to spend on a different camera for overhead, because I'd love to zoom in on some of these shots from the overhead view. Oh, good hit. Good hit. Nicely done. Good save. The whole idea behind what I think, anyway, what Gretchen is doing is to make Jason shoot at this 11 ball, or at least get it out of. I mean, he has to do it in order to win the game anyway. But at some point, it's a way for Gretchen to force Jason to do it instead of her trying to. Because I don't know if I don't know if the 7 ball goes past the 6. I'm not sure if any of those balls go anywhere. Now they definitely don't. Well said, Amy. Fabulous shot, and just another brutal roll. But this is not too difficult of a safety if Gretchen so chooses. She can actually thin the 6 ball, or she could actually hit it full and come. You know what? I'm going to get my telestrator up and running. Haven't done that yet this morning. Too early to do telestration. Get that cue ball off the 6 and get it back here somewhere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No rail. All right, Jason with the 11-15-8 left for a 3-0 lead in the 8-ball. All right, ended up pretty steep on this 8-ball. The inside English did not quite take as he had hoped. This cue ball is going to be flying, too. Yeah. That is a golden opportunity for Gretchen to get her first win on the board. Amy with that LOL at the end. I'm just assuming I might be, incorrect, but you seem a little happy that you're not right next to each other, and I don't blame you. I mean, it's Jamie after all, so I get it. You probably get that cringy feeling, like I do when Chris Green is on his way here. I think she would have liked to have come up a little bit closer to the middle of the table. That way she had an option for the 4 or the 2. She's definitely okay. I think she's going to have to maneuver that cue ball a little bit more, though. I think I would actually play the 2 in the side and come 2 rails and out, or 3 rails and out. It lends a little bit easier going into the shot of the 4 ball versus playing the 4 now, a harder cut. It also kind of brings in, if she overhits it, brings in the side pocket where she's cueing from. So hit it great. Hit it fantastic. And that's why you never listen to the commentary. All right. All you got to do is make it. Then you got a shot on the 8 from anywhere on the table. So this is going to be Gretchen's first win. 2-1. Good morning, Scott Marvin. Tuning in from Seattle. Seattle would be 9 a.m. Is that correct? Is it 3-hour difference to Seattle? I think so. Great way to start a Friday morning, right? Holy monster freaking break. She hits her breaks better than Roger Pregler. That had more power behind it than Trevor Simpson's break. Nice. Wait, what? Oh, 2-hour difference. Gotcha. Thought you said it was like 2 o'clock. Wait, what? 2-hour difference. So it's 10 o'clock. Can anyone in the area rush down here to Varsity Club and sit in the booth before Chris gets here? That way there's no seat left for him. He'd probably just go grab a bar stool and sit in between us. Trevor, why are you taking fences? Are you stealing them from neighbors? Are you... What are you actually doing with these fences? You're building fences? So Scott Marvin is playing around the golf before handing his daughter off to her fiance. Interesting. How old is your daughter, Scarvin? Scarvin. You know, actually, that's a nice run on words there. Scott Marvin. Sorry. Scarvin. Does your daughter play golf at all? Maybe you should not hand her off to your wife's fiance and take her golfing. That'd be fun. I took baby Cheddar golfing quite a few times. Ah, gotcha. Wedding at 3 p.m. So if anyone in the area other than Dan Yenner... Uh-oh. I'd rather have Chris Green in the booth. That's a big statement. Scooter. I like Scarvin better. Sorry, Scott. I think you should change your nickname. By the way, Dan Yenner, I'm picking up my new house. John Kramer's given me a little discount on the price of the house, my dream home. Thanks for pointing that out, by the way. You're almost as good as Zillow. That's a good wedding party. All right. Gretchen is going to be shooting this 10 ball nice and soft. And trying to probably hold for the 11 in the upper left-hand corner. Not an easy task. Doable, but not easy. I don't think there is any other way that she can get shaped for this 11. Real funny, Trevor. Real funny. I am cheering for Gretchen to make this. 'Cause let's hope she makes it first, and then I'll say what's on my little brain. Yep, got everything inspected. Yeah, that was kind of my concern with that angle. Like I had said, the 10 to the 11 to leave herself a good angle to get on the 8 was pretty challenging. That was a little bit overhit too, and she hit it with, I believe, like right hand spin. And hit it way too hard. She could have actually held that with like a drag draw. You know what, Scott? Let's find out, shall we? Let's see if the sound is working today. Fred Renner getting in on the action this morning. This is what friends are for. Oh, and then he retracted. Why? Come on, Fred. That's funny. Why in the hell did you get rid of that? There's still holes in the table. Right. Yep, that is not what Gretchen needed. That was a really good run up until the last ball. That was not an easy out. I mean, she made a lot of really good shots to get to that point, and unfortunately, well, one thing, Trevor, the friend word gets tossed around way too easy these days. Is it too early for an old-fashioned? I mean, it is past noon, right? Fred, how do you accidentally retract a message? What? What do you have? You have 10 thumbs on your hands? Uh-oh. 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 That was not hit well. That was hit very... mediocre, like the commentary. Well, that's a big swing. Opportunity for Jason to get on the hill, and decides to pass it up and give it back to Gretchen to allow her to get to 2-2. And she does. I'll be honest with you, Mike Schultz. I'm really afraid to ask. No, coming from you, tell us. Tell us, Mike, what has 5 toes and is not your foot? Her name is Lynn Dorn. She is the wife of Kevin Dorn, sometimes commentator. She owns LK Painting and Staining, and they work with doors, windows, walls, base, case, staircase, cabinets, really anything in a home that needs to be finished. They do new construction and remodeling. If you're interested in an estimate, if you live in the Fox Valley area, give Lynn a call at 920-213-2257. I really want to say that Kevin Dorn has become a really good friend, but I can't. Just can't. I can't bring myself to say it. That is another miss by Jace. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted because I'm really trying to understand this Mike Schultz. I don't know, is this in the category of jokes? Is this Mike, did you have a stroke? What has 5 toes and is not your foot? It would be my foot. You know what? You know what? Dan Yenner, honestly, I think we should call Kevin. It's a Friday morning. He's probably not doing anything anyway. He probably just got out of bed. Sitting on coffee. You know what? Let's give him a call. What could possibly go wrong? You know what? He might even be. He might actually be watching the stream and not commenting, and knew that I was going to call him and purposely did not answer the phone. It's pretty rude. Tarek Hamden, first of all, thank you. If you hadn't hang on a second. Hello?
Hey, brother.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Hang on a second. If I can find the right button here. Do you know you're live on the stream right now?
Am I? Awesome. I should be.
You should?
I should.
Okay. I don't know why you think you should be, but whatever.
I'm the best sounding guy you got.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
The most intelligent player you got. The one with the best instincts. The best stroke.
No, there's definitely some stink going on. Oh, my God. Chris, this is not working the way that I had hoped. Hang on a second. I have to try and... Yeah, it's not working. We're going to have to call you back. Don't go anywhere, Kevin. Oh, and Chris Green just got here, too. Oh, for the love of all that is holy.
Good afternoon. I said I can come play.
Jeez. Chris Green is here, everybody. Everybody put your hands together for the one and only.
Right? Better late than never.
For some reason, that didn't work.
Oh, we're still in Eightball?
Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't work, but oh well. It was Kevin Dorn, so it's not that big of a loss. Maybe I plugged the wrong thing in somewhere. What's going on, Chris Green?
Nothing much. Got my truck done, and
Super.
the wife is like, it's my last Friday off because we're going back to 40 hours at work. So she's like, hey, go on to town and go commentate the match with Dale. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. So she let me off of shopping. So here I am.
Not a big fan of yours right now, Heather. Not a big fan. I used to like you, and I really thought that was a mutual respect. Apparently, that is not the case. All right, whatever.
I can leave. If you don't want no company.
Don't threaten me with a good time, man. I was doing just fine on my own. Yeah, we've got Mike Schultz in the chat right now, Chris, telling... Oh, we should actually watch the game here. Telling probably some of the worst jokes I think I've ever heard. I want to see if you understand this. Al Holden, as a matter of fact, yes, after that joke, I would love a fireball. Or... an I don't care what it is. Some kind of alcohol. Like
alcohol is required.
Like, so here's the joke. This is from Mike Schultz. Hey, Dale. What has 5 toes and is not your foot?
Frog? I don't know. What's the answer? Or don't I want to know?
Mike Schultz says this is the answer. My foot.
That's
What?
bad.
That is, I don't even know how to categorize that. I don't think there's a category for a joke like that.
Correct.
Just
Bad. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Just bad.
Then Fred comes back and said, I'm a little bit slow because I've got too many head injuries. Wait a second. Slow Mike. Oh, yeah. I thought maybe he was talking about Mike. Jason Gibbs, what's going on? I think he has. I believe he probably has started drinking already this morning.
Who, me or him?
Him. Mike.
Could be.
I guarantee.
Good, clean comedy.
If I was Maggie, if I was Maggie Schultz, I would already be drinking this morning. What's going on, Brendan Stroud? Is Jason there? Jason who? Jason Van? Are you referring? Are you asking about? He is playing in this match, yes. You haven't seen him at the table in a little while. All right. What's Gretchen doing? What is she doing with this 5-ball?
Oh, playing safe.
Yeah. That's one of those shots I just don't understand because what did it accomplish? Jason, he still has a shot on the 12-ball.
Yeah, if he gets out and gets the right angle, there's enough space to make the cut.
Yep.
And or bank. Well, he could take it now if he really wanted to. No, I figured I'd show up for the shootout. That way you can go out on the table, I can work the controls, and it'll be a happy time during the shootout.
Happy time.
Flowing.
Yeah.
It'll be a flowing time during the shootout.
I'm going to be, we've tried for the last 4 matches, 5, 4, however many it's been, to get these players to
cooperate
on a shootout. And they're just, for whatever reason, decided to play their own type of game or,
Right.
Like they got to win first. It's really kind of rude. They make it sound like this is their tournament.
Right? I mean, come on. You should have faith in your game to go just say, all right, I'm going to lay back.
Right.
Let's tie it up, and we'll go to the shootout, and I'll just win it in the shootout to make it an exciting match.
So this is a little bit of a thin cut on the 12, but it should be managed. But I've already got one commentator's curse in for the day.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm 1 for 1. So let's see if that is number 2.
Oh, double kiss. Nope, not quite.
Oh my goodness. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. All right, commentator's curse number 2.
In the books.
Hell yeah. I'm getting good at this.
Right?
Yeah, Al Holding. Yeah, there's no doubt, no question whatsoever. Ooh, this is hit very nicely.
Yep.
That was not an easy shot at all. There's an opportunity after Gretchen being down 2-0 for her to come back and be on the hill first.
Nice.
It's a hell of a comeback so far.
So this will be number 3 in a row then, right?
Correct. And she hit that 4-ball with perfection.
Yep. That is a perfect leave on the 8. Got herself straight in the corner. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot.
Good morning, Andy. Thanks for getting out of bed for the match. Oh my goodness. What just happened?
She shot that one kind of quick compared to the other two.
I don't think she did at all. I think she just picked up. I think she really took her time because she lined it up.
Yeah.
You know, she went through her normal routine and then just took it for granted. This is fun. So Gretchen and I were talking prior to the match, and she was playing at Shepherd's not too long ago.
Okay.
And she did the exact same thing on a shot, and Kevin Stenell went up to her and said, "What in the F was that?" And this is exact same thing. Wow. Nice jump shot by Jason. And he's got a shot in the Vincent Didio Memorial pocket to now for him to go up 3-2. Wow,
what a swing.
What a change of events. Anonymous. Weird place to play safe.
Actually, that might be my first commentator's curse, saying she'll be up three games in a row, winning 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
See, it's my fault she missed the 8.
You jerk.
Ooh, the Vincent pocket bites. Doesn't leave anything easy for Gretchen, though. Thin cut either way, unless you want to try and bank.
Yeah, and this shot brings the bottom left-hand corner into play with the scratch. So let me get my handy-dandy Trevor Simpson telestrator up and running. The cue ball could take this path here. Yep. And I really wish VMix would do a snap to.
Yep, just click for straight lines.
Because that is not.
It's a little straighter than usual for you. You're not drinking that much yet today.
I'm going to go get an old-fashioned real quick, actually. But, yeah, thank you, Chris. That is actually one of my best drawings.
It is. It's one of your straighter sets of lines.
Oh, thank you.
Practice makes perfect.
Yep. Oh, and it's going to... flirting.
Ooh.
I promise you, Jason is not going to miss this one.
Right? Adam says his lines are straighter than yours. He feels better about his.
That is a big swing.
Yep.
Sure, Adam. Yeah. 100% focused on your work. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. I'd tell my boss that too. It's just on for background noise, honest. I'm not watching the screen. I don't know why I missed your text message.
Right. I didn't get that email. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
I'll put a ticket in because my email's not working right.
Yep, I agree with Adam. It's a warm-up for shoot up, shoot up, shoot up. I don't care if we're here until 6 o'clock.
Right?
This better go to a shootout. Well, no, I can't do that. We have dinner at 5:30.
Why are we going to dinner?
Whole bunch of us are going to draft.
Never heard of it.
Menasha, not Menasha. It's off of 47, right on the edge of town, like a block away from the Taco Bell there on the corner. There's Taco Bell on one side, McDonald's on the other.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like
on 47 and 00 area.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's called Draft.
Oh, okay.
We like it there.
I heard the wife talking when we were walking back to get my truck. They might be going to Northland Pub for dinner.
Who's they?
Heather, a couple girlfriends.
Why would you not go to that? Hang out
'Cause
with
'cause I'd
4 or
rather-
5 women
I know,
at
right?
the same time?
I'm just not right in the head sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
But that's why I have a boat, because then I can take them 4 or 5 women in bikinis out in the water.
Oh, good thinking. Atta boy. I don't understand the part where you said sometimes, though. That bothers me. I don't. That's like Mike Schultz's joke. Oh, yeah, yep. Thank you, Scott. Yes, he does. Indeed.
Oh, did we forget to mark the score?
Yeah.
Oops,
Well,
sorry.
you did. I didn't.
Right, exactly. Running a little behind, and I'd get to the button sooner or later.
Al Holden. You know what? I might even have a flyer for that. I think that's going to be one of the... You know what? All of them are, actually. The 2.1 is 625 and under. And here's the field. While we're waiting for Jason to make up his mind what he wants to do. That's the field of players. Tim Stockinger is taking on Lyle Gable.
Nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, it is next Wednesday. And that's the one that... so, Al, you're commentating for Dan and Mike Niver are taking on... Who the hell are they playing again?
I don't know. I'm sure you got a flyer
Scotch,
for it.
I do. Somewhere. In the Scotch doubles. And then Dumper Dan is actually commentating for Tim's match with Lyle. And I'm pretty sure it's next Wednesday.
Yeah, Mr. Volkman, I think, texted me saying his is on Sunday.
Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Who's his opponent?
Mike Kinziger.
Oh, okay.
No, Derek Delancey. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, Derek Delancey is. I should really try to. It's difficult when. So I put a schedule out there or a calendar, and then the players change their mind or they reschedule it to a different day, or things happen, and I get that. But then I have to go back and change everything
flyers.
on the flyer and the
Yep.
calendar, and oh my God.
what a nightmare.
Which, yeah, it's just hard to keep that up to date, but I'm going to have to put a schedule of events out there for what's coming up. All right, Gretchen electing to play safe. Probably a good choice at that point.
No, not a bad choice at that particular moment. I mean, Jason can maybe bank to 4, cut the 1. That's really about his only 2 offensive options. I'd almost bump the 1 and try and put the cue over by the corner pocket and return the safe, because the 11's not going anywhere. I guess a sharp cut in the side, but not much after that. Not bad.
So, Al Holden. Yes, there it is, as a matter of fact. Next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Going to be a fun match.
Know what I'll be doing?
Sitting right where you are now? No, you won't.
No, Al will be here, right?
Dan will be here.
Oh.
Dumper Dan.
Oh, okay.
I thought you could commentate with Dumper Dan and I could stay home.
Okay.
No, I can't do that.
That works for me.
I love my job.
I know. Well, just get
Where-
me started.
where are you
and
gonna
then
be?
You
Where are you
can
gonna
sit at the table in case I mess it up.
No.
You can
Where-
babysit.
Where? No, I would rather sit at home then.
Well, there you go.
Where are you going to be?
Probably home watching on my big screen TV.
Nice.
Nice shot in the side by Gretchen.
Yeah. And she's got a shot at the 15 and the side is, ooh, boy, maybe not. She might have to put a little Spinglish on this. Yeah, I think I just made up a new word.
Spinglish?
Spinglish. I like that.
It sounds fun.
Spinglish.
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 I think I like her trying to back cut the 11 if she sees it over trying to cut that 15.
She can't see the 11. She could possibly play the 12 in the lower left, but I'm not sure that goes past the 1 ball.
Right? Yeah, from the overhead, it's hard to tell if she can see the 11 or not, or if that 5's in her way. Yeah, it looks like it's probably half ball in the way.
I'm looking right down at the 15 ball, and if she put a little bit of right-hand Spinglish, I'm pretty sure she could make that in the side. Or she could play the 13 all the way down by the 1.
Calling safe, I think she said.
That's not a good safe. Because now she just tied up her 11 and 15 by doing that.
Yep.
It did tie up Jason's 5 and 7 as well, but that just makes this a very long 8-ball game.
Yep. A little bit of strategy. A little bit of safety play going on now. Who can get their crap open first?
Crap. You know what? We should do a Google search or something over there on this community leaderboard on YouTube. I'm really interested to see what this is all about.
Yeah, I saw that my number 1 crown left me because I was first in. What is it? Community?
Now you're number 2. That's like I said to Roger. Roger's always been number 2 in my book.
What is it? Community leaderboard?
Yeah, community leaderboard on YouTube Live.
Oh, look at that. It's coming up. Community leaderboard YouTube. Let's click on it. What does Red Edit have to say? YouTube is rolling out some community engagement leaderboard, it seems. Well, thank you. Can you tell me more? That's not it.
So Trevor says that it ranks commenters. So, yeah, but what is it ranking them by? I mean, the amount of
Well, that ain't telling me
comments,
crap.
the amount,
Ooh.
I guess what is the ranking system, and what does it get you? Do you get a free T-shirt or a keychain?
Right?
You get a Wisconsin Pool Players Society hoodie?
May 30th, YouTube Community Leaderboard is here. In this video, I'll show you how to enable the Community Leaderboard on your YouTube live stream and explain everything you need to know about this exciting new feature. Well, I don't have headphones to listen to the thing. The Community Leaderboard The Community Leaderboard ranks your viewers based on their engagement, like live chats, super chats, and stickers, and adds a fun, competitive twist to your live streams. It's now rolling out in India too. So yeah, it's a new thing by YouTube, and yeah, whoever comments the most, it changes their number ranking in the chat. From at least a little bit of thing there.
JS said all we want is the WPPS hoodie. I don't blame you. That's a pretty cool hoodie.
$65, and then one you can have one. YouTube is testing XP leaderboard for live streamers that recognizes users with the most XP and awards them a chat crown. You can currently earn XP in 3 ways: send chat messages, sending super chats paid, and sending super stickers paid.
Wow. There you have it. I think that's... So, $5 gets you a number 10 crown.
Right?
$10 gets you a number 5 crown. And then if you send me $100...
We'll make you number 1.
I will definitely make you number 1. So it almost it's like it's not to force people to comment to get their ranking up higher, but
right. But for those that do like to chat, it
Right.
it kind of starts that little bit competitive. Who can chat the most?
I don't know if I agree with this system because
Trevor took over number 2.
Right. Well, see, what's going to end up happening is people are going to be putting, all kinds of comment with no content whatsoever. It'd be like Roger Pregler, just in there constantly with really nothing good to say.
And that's different on some chats. Why?
Yeah, that's my point. Well, yeah, I'll tell you. Do you ever watch some of the other, and I'm not condemning, you know what, maybe I am. But some of the other chats are so toxic. I just turn it off.
Oh, on some of the other streams?
The other
Yes.
streams, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, I same thing. I turn them off and I just watch the match and listen to commentary.
See, look at what Derek Schwartz is trying to do right now. See, this is my point. This is exactly what I was talking about. So now, Derek Schwartz of Avenue Auto is going to try and win that
Try and get a crown.
Trying to steal it away from Tarek.
Yeah, Tarek has it. I lost it. Probably because I turned off the stream when we went to get my truck and drive down here.
So I wonder if we...
Yeah, nice little safety.
If we end up retracting some of their messages or put them in timeout, they lose their crown.
Oh, okay.
I think there should be a penalty for on our end where we have the ability to take their crown away.
I'm kind of curious to see now if
Dear Lord.
if he can take it over. Keep sending them one-line sentences. YouTube might be smart enough to figure that out, though. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate this is. Because right now Tarek is at 150 XP, tied with... Is that Tiernan Tots? I don't know who that is. Because I can't.
I swear I will stop.
Al Holden is
Liar.
Al Holden is in third place with 125 XP. And then
Ooh.
let's see where Avenue Auto. Derek just moved up to number 14.
Ooh,
at
he's catching up.
75. This is I'm not a fan of this system at all.
I'm assuming we can turn it off if they say we can enable it or probably somewhere in the channel we can disable it.
I'll tell you, there's a couple of people I'd like to disable.
I bet you one of them starts with the initials RP.
Oh yeah, starts with an R, ends with a Odger.
Yep.
Sure. He said he was working earlier. I find that quite amusing. Because I haven't seen him do that in the 25 years that I've known him. It's a spicy Friday morning, huh, Fred? Going right along with your salsa. Trevor says it is not counting Derek's spamming.
That's funny. All right, Jason D. Trying to figure out what he wants to do here.
Right now, I'm trying to figure out what I want for lunch.
I just had breakfast, steak and eggs with hash browns.
It's really not nice of you to say.
Oh, sorry.
I can tell.
It was a good steak, too. At that little restaurant next to Fleet Farm?
Cinders?
No, not Cinders. It's some kind of little mom and pop shop. You got Fleet Farm, like if you're going away from 41, you got Fleet Farm, and then I think there's Sound World and Computer World, and then used to be a gas station, but yeah, now it's a little restaurant.
Oh, nice.
I forget the actual name of the restaurant, but yeah, it says Eat for one of their big signs. But yeah, they actually got pretty good food, reasonable price. So yeah, I got steak and eggs this morning.
Trevor, that has actually now become a goal. So everybody in the chat, we've got 70 of us. There's a couple over on Facebook. If you are over on Facebook, what are you doing there?
Right?
Come on over to YouTube.
Come on over to YouTube.
Make sure you're a subscriber.
Better quality picture. And sound.
Yep. Same crappy commentary. That does not change, no matter where you go. But let's talk. You know, other than Mike Schultz telling bad jokes, everybody else can talk crap about Trevor while he's gone. I think we should.
Right?
He's moving to Texas, so we got to get those shots in before he leaves.
Correct.
I think so. Justin Ellingson is heading over to Mad Apple, and the reason being, we have Tim Sonnenberg is taking on Jason Rivera, I believe Jason Rivera at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They're going to be on the open stream, and that is one of these matches, the $4.99 and under. So you got 1.4. They're also going to be playing their round 2 match. So if you get an opportunity this afternoon, head on over and talk to Patrick Glynn for a little while in the chat. I'm not 100% positive that he's going to be there, but I'm assuming so. But shout out to Mad Apple. Very much appreciated that they're streaming some of the KO Challenge matches. Cool. Pete Beshta says it's called The Diner. I like
Thank you for that, Pete. But yeah, they have really good food at a very reasonable price.
Brendan Stroud said he had applesauce. Oh. Do they serve that with bingo at the senior center? Or what is it that... What are you trying to tell us here, Brendan? You had applesauce. Brendan, where are you from? Do you know Brendan Stroud?
I do not.
I've heard that name before, but I don't recognize where... Where are you tuning in from, Brendan?
Where is everybody from? Most we know.
So, this is kind of what I was talking about before when Gretchen attempted a safe and tied up the 11 and the 15 ball. Now she has to deal with those two.
Yep.
And if she disturbs that 15 in any way, it may end up opening up the 5-7 for Jason and giving him the win in set number 1. And she did bust them apart, but not. That's a good save.
Yep.
She got both of her balls out without disturbing
The
the
5-7.
5-7.
Yeah, it's a very tricky combo.
I don't think it's even makeable. I mean, well,
There's a hair bit of space between them because I'm looking right at it. So, but it's a thin cut on that 5 to make the cut of the 7 all the way up. Definitely not easy. USA. Thanks, buddy.
That's kind.
I bet you're in Wisconsin too.
That's kind of what I was getting at, Adam. Is yeah, we should find maybe send somebody over to. Well, we don't know where he lives, so. Do you need help, Brendan? Have you fallen and can't get up?
In the USA.
Isn't that a John Cougar Mellencamp song?
Yep.
Born in the USA. I was born in the USA.
Karaoke was last night.
It's Friday and I haven't started drinking yet. Not happy with that.
Right? Especially since you're not working.
Yeah, I'm not a
can't
big
drink all day if you don't start.
That's right. I'm not a big drinker, but I do enjoy my old fashions with dinner or whatever the case may be.
Ooh.
If I'm Gretchen,
I'm going for that 11 down in the corner.
I think I would actually take that shot on.
Because it's going to give you an option for that 15 if you make it.
Yeah, and it might end up messing up Jason's 5-ball too. Or, it's not a bad option actually to play off the 11 and try to get the cue ball somewhere behind the 8.
Yep.
Where
I think that's what she's looking at from here.
if she can get this 5-ball, oh boy, yeah, that's not what she wanted.
Nope.
I mean, it's not the worst, but not the best either. Jason does have a shot on the 5. The 7, thin cut on the 6. Nah, that would be jacked up over him. John, come over, smelly stink. You don't quite your day job either, Justin. How you doing, Jennifer White? Bored.
Bored?
In the USA. Uh-oh, overcut. Oh, boy.
Well, here's a chance for Gretchen.
Gretchen has to, I don't know, can she see this 11 ball? Oh, wow. Because it's easier to pocket the 11.
And get up for the 15. And then
So what I was going to say, though, is it's easier to pocket the 11, but it's difficult to get shape on the 15 from there. It's harder to pocket the 15, but you're almost guaranteed shape on the 11. So this is, this could be trouble. If she does play this 11, I think the cue ball is going to run right into the 15 ball. Wow. And I was 100% wrong.
Right?
As usual.
Perfect shape off the outer points.
As usual, I was incorrect.
Outer points positioning.
So this is, I would actually intentionally over.
She's got to
I would
back for it.
I would go for. See, I would have gone forward.
Yep. Because it's too hard to control that draw.
I would have gone forward with that because then, and make sure you leave it off the rails so then you could spin off of it. But she did hook herself on that 5-ball. But this is a pretty easy jump shot. We are going to.
But yeah, I think I would also floated forward past the 5 and taken the cut on the 8 and the side. Because then it's just a simple little bit of a draw shot out to miss the scratch up in the corner.
Give you a little different view there. Left-handed jumper.
Nice shot.
Wow. We are all tied up at 3 apiece. Let's check that one out again.
All the replays working. Nice. Way to go, Trevor.
Yeah. Nicely done.
That was a nice shot. Nothing like a nice, close match. Hill on the first set.
Why not? Why not?
Let's go hill on all the sets. That way we can have a what?
Again, I have dinner 5:30. If we go hill on every set, we're going to be here till 7 o'clock.
Oh, well, you can leave. I got it.
Hell to the no.
Where is your faith?
I have none.
That hurts a little.
Let's talk about my nephew. His name is Cody Retlick, and he's the founder and owner of Midwest Aerial Productions down in... They actually live in Waukesha, or Sussex, right outside Sussex. Since 2017, he has been providing high-quality aerial services all across the U.S., such as photos, video content, thermal inspections, 3D mapping, and FPV drone tours and more. I know I've mentioned it a couple of times, but you see in Wisconsin the Menards videos all the time, and it's the shot of the parking lot and the building and that whole entire that's what he does.
That's cool.
Yeah. If you go back to when it was just Outer Point streaming, the very beginning, the intro video that was shot at Sussex Bowl, he did all of that as well. He does incredible work. All right. 3-3. And we got another messy rack here.
Yep. That 1-8 is ugly.
I think if I was Jason, I would actually shoot this 3 ball right now. The reason being, if you have an
option, right?
If you have an opportunity to get out a ball that is... See, he's already taking too many balls off the table to get at the 1 ball.
Yep. Yeah, I would have left them 2 balls as they say in pro commentators, that safety valve or that safety shot.
Never, ever, ever, Chris Green, compare us to pro commentators. That is not a good thing. Anybody who has ever watched this stream there's no comparison. We are far superior to professional commentators. I mean,
right? We have a lot of returning viewers.
We wait. What's the right? Is it inferior or superior?
Superior.
Superior. Okay.
Yeah, definitely superior.
I think it's the other one, isn't it?
Probably,
I think
but
it's inferior.
I'm gonna go with making myself feel good and go with superior instead of inferior.
Andy Kuhn said his faith is in the cheese. Oh, thanks, Andy. Uh-oh. And broke up one of Gretchen's balls.
Yeah, I was going to say, got 2 of Gretchen's balls out, the 10 and the 15. If she wanted to get a little froggy, she could try and cut the 14 all the way up and finish breaking out the other 2.
Froggy.
That is the perfect angle, I think, to try and come into that cluster and break it out.
Oh, very nice, Andy. I like it.
Oh, what did I miss?
I am going to put that on the stream.
Oh, private message thing. Hence why I missed it. Ha!
That actually is, it's a Nunya message. You ever seen that app, Nunya?
No.
Yeah, it's Nunya damn business.
Interesting.
Oh, look at this, right, B? Oh, almost.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to snuggle up right behind that 10 ball.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Not for Jason.
Nope.
That would have been very nice for Gretchen.
I mean, he still can't see the 7 to pocket it, but he can make a hit off of it if he wanted. He's got a shot at the 6. Well, maybe you can see more of that 7 than I think.
Andy, can you please stop sending naked photos? I've asked you that so many times already.
I got 3 monitors at work, so I can always have a stream up on one of them. Email and Teams on the other one, and what I'm actually working on the third one. Nice shot. Oh, thought she had that. Never mind. All right, Jason calling the 6 ball, I believe, in the corner. Drills it. Bumps the 1. That might go if he gets the 3 out of the way. Did not get a favorable leave out of pocketing the 6, though.
Nope.
To try and back bank the 7 into the side.
Morning, Fong. You got really big thumbs this morning? What's going on there, buddy? Let me send the same message twice. Or it was intentional. You think it was intentional?
What's that?
He purposely sent the same exact message twice, typed out.
Maybe.
Because he said
Maybe he's trying to get a crown.
Oh, yeah. I think probably because he said he can't cheer for either player.
Right.
He sent one for each player.
One for each player.
Yeah.
One for Gretchen and one for Jason.
That's
I like
really
it.
that's really nice of you, Fong.
Right? Gretchen played a smart shot there, getting a 12 in front of the 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a smarter shot.
That is a very nice shot by Jason.
Well, Gretchen can play a very simple safe where it leaves Jason with really difficult. If she can put, go to the teller straighter. She can put the cue ball like right about here. That makes it very challenging. Make sure she hits a rail. Yep. That's good. That is not bad at all.
Yep. Yeah,
Not at all where I said, but that's okay.
Yeah, still, like you said, it's still difficult. It's either a back bank on the 7, thin cut on the 1, try and get a leave on the 7, but you still ain't got nothing for the 3. Let's you see, leave yourself a good angle on the 7. Take the 1, get a good leave angle and leave on the 7 to float over by the 12 to pocket the 3 in the other corner pocket. That's asking a lot.
Oh, and then Jason goes and messes it all up.
Yep.
This game isn't going to end for another hour. That just put a big... That was a big change of the course of this match.
Yep.
Or game, sorry. And match, given that it is 3-3. All right, here's a picture that Angie just sent me because we're waiting on
Gretchen.
what she is going to do. Andy got his... This is from Brave Billiards, Brad and Dave Gillette in Sheboygan. So that's the Wisconsin Pool Players Society V3 magnetic clip system.
Very cool.
Yeah. I like it.
You know, I think Gretchen ought to bump the 10 and try and keep the cue about where she had it last time, because the 8 blocks to 3, you still don't have a shot on the 7, and it's that thin cut on the 1. I think that is her best option.
Told you Roger wasn't working.
Right? Because I see he's in the chat again.
Mm-hmm. He was trying to lay low, until his friend Fong got in the chat. I think I would actually play this 13 if I was Gretchen. I would play it in the side and then kind of make a decision from there, because even though that combo is pretty difficult, it's
kind of doable.
Yeah. I don't know what... Yeah, that's not good. Left Jason the 1 to get to the 7, to get to the 3, to get to the 8.
Yep.
But pressure pack game. Anything can happen. Uh-oh. He is going to be jacked up over this 15 ball. That just made this a lot harder, and he's pretty steep on this 7 ball. This cue ball is going to end up going right at the 13 ball.
Yeah, he's going to earn this out if he gets it. At least
This
from
is...
this leave. Yep, it's not easy now.
Yeah, this is a really tough out from here. It would be a little bit easier if he could use the inside English and go between the 13 and the 8. It is a small window, don't get me wrong. But as I stated, that he is jacked up over the 15 a little bit, and that is going to hamper his pocketing ability, let alone
cue ball control.
Yeah,
yep.
putting Spingless on it.
Spinglish. Ooh, he's going to go and play safe.
No, my. With her jumping ability, I don't know if I would do that. And he did not get behind
the
8 ball anyway, so
yep.
She's got a clear shot at that 14 ball.
Yep. She's got a good chance to get out here if she makes that 14.
Indeed.
Just make the ball. You'll have options. Beautiful shot.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, a little
Coming
firm,
too
but
far, though. Now, Jason went from being jacked up over the 15 where he couldn't shoot at the 7. Now Gretchen is jacked up over the 7 where she has to shoot at the 15.
Can't shoot at the 15, yep.
That's quite the interesting exchange. Just drills it.
Nice shot.
Indeed.
That was very nice.
That was really... I'll tell you what, now the nerves are going to start really settling in.
Yep.
She's got to make a good stroke on this 12. She could actually just stop it right there, and then she'll have a good angle on the 10 ball to get to the 13. But, again, this is to win the first set, so this is not... Ooh, boy. Used all of that pocket, but it went down.
Yep.
Good shot.
Yep. Very nice shot. Yeah, like you say, now she's got a good angle on the 10, get on the 13. Hey, you know what? This isn't a 625 and under. Love you, buddy.
Look at that center pocket. Oh, slow down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, hit that one a little firm.
That just changed the entire face of this game.
Oh, she didn't get a rail.
That's twice she's done that. Actually, 3 times she's done that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ouch. See, now I would take the 7 with an angle, float over, take the 3 in the same pocket, and then that'll put him over by the 13 for the 8 in the other corner. Drawing up for this could get you in trouble. Always try and lead one shot into the other when possible. Yeah. See, now he's too thin, super thin on the 7. I mean, it's doable, but...
Yeah, he just left himself a missable shot.
Yep, it's a lot more tricky.
It's tricky. Tricky. And look at what happened.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
This is a really easy safe for Gretchen. She could thin the... Oh, boy, she's getting down pretty fast on this. All right. Nothing wrong with that. And it just blocked the bank, too.
Yep, but I like what you were going to say. Thin the 13 and try and get behind that 8 also.
Yeah, because now Jason has to come with a really good safety attempt to try to get the cue ball behind the 8. And that is like super speed dependent. See if he gets there.
Zoom in on the shot. Let's see what happens.
I think I need to start drinking. He's drinking. Drinking. Yeah, and that is going to go too far. But does leave Gretchen on the rail. With almost straight in shot. Here, I think I would actually I think I would almost play this in the side. The reason being is if she misses this 13 in the upper left, it is going to be a, you know what, I'm just going to shut the hell up because she just put that in the center of the pocket.
That's a nice shot.
What a huge change of... You know, Jason comes right out of the gate, wins the first 2, and is playing, playing well.
Yep.
Gretchen comes back, wins the next 2.
Then Jason, Gretchen, and...
And now an 8-ball for Gretchen.
to win the
to
set.
win the first set. This is massive. We're definitely going to 10 ball. I think Jason. I think she's going to make this, and she
Nice
does.
shot. Nice out. Nice job keeping the nerves under control to make that 8.
Well, congratulations to Gretchen winning set number 1. Now we're going to play some 9 ball, race to 5. I'm going to go out and get those big black ugly spots off the cue ball.
Off the cue ball.
All righty. Back for some more pool. Race to 5. 9-ball. Winner break. No 9 balls on the break. 3 foul rule is in effect. Winner continues to break. If the 9 does go down on the break, it gets spotted. All right, Jason decided to give that one back. Or I'm sorry, Gretchen decided to give it back to Jason to shoot at. Jason taking the risk and coming out perfect. Pretty simple save for Gretchen coming up. She can actually put the cue ball right behind the 6 and leave Jason with a really difficult hit on the 2 ball. She can actually get that 2 ball right between the 3 and the 7. Cue ball back behind the 6. Too hard. Got away with it, though. Well, the good thing about not getting a hit on the 2 ball, he just messed up the 6 and the 7. So it does make the run out. Actually, if I was Gretchen, I would play the 2 ball and intentionally run into the 7 ball with the cue ball because she's almost guaranteed a shot on the 3 from there and can break up the rest of that, or the ugliness of the 6 and the 7, where she could actually run the rack. Nope, and she forgot to make the 2 first. That is pretty critical when, with ball in hand, you really want to do that. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little flabbergasted at that because he could almost see a direct path to the 2 ball, even if he had to go rail first or whatever the case may be. He had an opportunity that the kick at that would have been much more difficult to end up with a shot on the 3. A little perplexed on that one. So she was going for 3 foul. She's actually playing safe and overhit it by about a table and a half. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Speed is a little bit off. And Jason is also kind of putting himself in a bad spot here. If he pockets this 5 and can't see the 6, if he ends up hooking himself on either the 8 or the 9, doesn't get a hit, he could potentially give Gretchen a 6-9, and I don't know if she could get the 6-9 combo. I would actually come out far enough where he gets past the 9, and this works too. Now he just moved the 9 out of the way. He could actually play the bank if he so chooses. And did. Caroms off the 9 into the side pocket. Unfortunately, did not end up with a very good shot on the 7 ball. Good shot. Even though she can see it, he's left a lot of distance in between the 2 balls. And I don't think the bank goes past the 8 or the... It might go past the 9 in the lower left, but I don't think it goes past the 8. I have been wrong before, though. Yeah, I don't think that does. Goes for the Vincent pocket. And leaves Jason with a pretty simple shot on the 7 ball. It was a good attempt, but I believe she has left Jason with a tap in on the 8. Mm-hmm. One nothing, Jason. All right, let's pick up where we left off earlier with our sponsor spotlight. Talk about the Strong Knife Company, owned by Matt Strong and his wife Katie. If you're looking for that perfect gift for that friend or family member who's difficult to buy for, Matt Strong makes incredibly beautiful and functional custom knives. From the outdoor enthusiast to the home chef, he's got you covered. You'll be amazed how much better a custom knife cuts. Check out Matt's beautiful work at www.strongnifecompany.com. And Katie actually makes the sheaths hand-stitched for all the knives, and they are gorgeous. Well, you couldn't hear it from where you're sitting, but I could hear it in the booth. That was quite the miscue on the one ball. Gretchen kind of looked at her tip afterwards. I'm like, man, I'm not sure what happened there. Nobody wants to make that one ball to get to the two. That's what we're looking for. Well, kinda. Got the 2 out of there. But tied it up against the 8. But now Gretchen has to actually get a hit on it. Otherwise, it's going to give Jason ball in hand. And potentially could lead to a 3 foul. But I think she's going to get a hit on this one. Yep. And get safe. Nice gentle kick by Jason. He ends up safe. And there's our first fluke of the day. Might be. Oh, never mind. Almost 2 in a row. Unless she was going for that bank combo. Wow. I don't think Jason could have got more unfortunate roll. Makes the kick and is hooked on the outer point. Not only is he hooked on the outer point, but I mean, can't. It's a difficult path. Wow. Good call on himself. The cue ball did not, or did hit the 4, but the 4 did not hit a rail afterwards. So, good call. Nick, you're not far off. This is kind of like a tennis match, and it's kind of like, I don't want it. You take it. Nope, I don't want it either. Nope, you take it. Now that we're past the 2 and the 3 and everything else, this should be A different ball game. A different tennis match. That one is going to stay on the table. I think Jason's coming out with a bit of a vengeance after. I think he's a little frustrated at himself, having been. I think he played really good in 8-ball and didn't get the win. So I think he's probably going to mop up in the 9-ball. A little bit thin on the 9, but nothing too serious. Oh my goodness. Commentator curse number 3 in the books. Thank you very much. Trevor, actually Roger and Al Holden were just, I don't know if you look back at the chat, just ripping you apart. Really being mean to you. All right, that is a successful bank by Gretchen Froelich on the 9-ball to tie it up at 1 apiece. That is a big swing. Should be 2-0 in favor of Jason. Let's talk about a gentleman named Brent Lucas. He works for Midstate Amusement Games. They are a full-service operator serving Fox Valley and southeast Wisconsin. They supply, install, and service all types of gaming equipment to increase locations' profits. Also, Brent is the new owner of... It's not Stockbridge, but I always get those little cities mixed up. Anyway, he owns, it's called Luke's Tap. And 2 diamond tables. Great, they did an incredible job at remodeling the entire bar. It just fantastic. It's a great place. If you ever Pipe, I think that's where it is. It's in Pipe. It's on the east side of Lake Winnebago, in between all those tiny little towns. If you get an opportunity, go out there and check it out. It's a fun place to play. Good people, good service. Yeah, actually, Tarek, I was going to bring that up. Every single thin shot, you've noticed that as well. And there's probably like at least 5 or 6 in this match already where Jason has just overcut them or used inside English or where he didn't need to. he could hit that last one with middle ball, and even if it hit the rail a little bit, he could have still made it. He is actually opting to play this 1-9 combo right now. And he has made a mess out of this rack. That's it. Jennifer White says it's in Malone. Great save by Jason Van there. This thing is stuck tight to the backside of that 6-ball. It's going to be a really hard hit for Gretchen. Yeah, Trevor, I don't blame you, man. Yeah, between Roger and Al, I'm not sure who's more shady. Agreed, Mike. All right, that is 1 foul. If I was Jason, I would go for the 3 foul here. I would put the my handy dandy telestrator. Well, I mean, he could go for the break here. Yeah, play the combo and run into the 3. But honestly, I think it would be an easier... Yeah, that's... I don't know if that really accomplished much. I would have hit that much harder to cause some real good separation between the 3 and the 9, because now he's put himself in a really tough position to get from the 2 to the 3. I would have played safe on that. He could, if he so chooses. If you look at that, if he plays the short side of the 3 ball, he could actually play a 3-9 combo too. It's not a given, but yeah, see, that's why I would have liked to see more separation, because now he's left himself with a bank. And that 8 ball could definitely interrupt that from happening. Yeah, that's the part I agree with Jason taking that swing at the 1-9 combo. Even though it was quite a bit of distance in between, Now, here's the difference in why I said what I did before. If I was playing another 625 or 630, 640, whatever, Fargo, I don't know if I would have taken that shot. Given the fact that if they do end up with a shot on the one, they could run out on me. We're playing a $4.99 and under tournament for a reason. That, you know, they're, and nothing against them, but the odds are they're may or probably not going to run out. So taking a swing at it was probably not such a bad idea. By the way, how are you doing, Kenny Jones? Thanks for tuning in. A little bit of a thin cut on the 6 ball for Gretchen. And as long as she can avoid the side pockets just going back and forth, it's not, yeah, never mind. A little bit more challenging for Jason because he's hampered by the 9 ball a little bit to dig down for the bottom of the cue ball. He did it again. Overcut. Looks like she's going to play this left-handed. Good for her. I can't do that. I'd probably miscue or something. All right. Kind of right on the 50-yard line. So she is... I would actually play this in the upper left and come one rail and back out. Just a little bit of low right. Big game. Just a little overcut, but I'll tell you, she did not leave Jason in the best position here. He's probably going to have to jack up on this cue ball a little bit to try to get back for the 8. That makes pocketing the ball a whole lot harder as well. Might not look like it from, excuse me, your camera view at home, but that cue ball's a lot closer to the rail than what it appears. Okay. Al, you have my word. I will not say VDMP. Well, I'm assuming that was intentional, but I think he's just put himself in a really bad spot because Gretchen's going to just float this forward a little bit and lock him up behind this 9-ball and make it really difficult. Yep. Still get a 1-rail kick in. Well, that is exactly what Gretchen was playing for. Gretchen for a 2-1 lead. Down she goes. All right, let's talk about this gentleman. His name is Rich Stadler. Used to be a pool player. Now, quite the golfer. Actually, he's always been quite the golfer. Used to play a little bit of pool here and there. Been in the booth several times. Right here in Oshkosh, he owns what's called Billet Spin, EDC, which stands for Everyday Carry. Items that you put in your pocket. From pens to spinners to fidget spinners to... trying to think of what else he makes. Quite a few things. Check out his website. They do make... you can spend up to $2,000 on a pen that he makes. Actually, the pen, I've mentioned this before too. The pen itself is free. The ink is like $1,200. Nice break by Gretchen. Pocketing the... just the 4-ball went down. Nice try, by the way, Nick. Anthony Sadlin. Is there a Scotch double schedule posted anywhere? Well, I'll tell you what. No. Almost got away with it. Almost got very fortunate. Scotch doubles schedule. I can actually put it on the screen for you. Oh, that's a very nice safety. Whoa! Nice shot. Let's check that out. Watch this. Watch this jump. And then got very unfortunate and ended up behind the 5-ball. She could see a piece of it, but I don't know if she could see enough to make it. I'm kind of looking right at it, and that 5 is really blocking it quite a bit. There's a better view. That was a hell of a jump. Nice shot. So, Anthony, once this game is complete, I will put that on the screen for you. It's pretty much just the chart for the Scotch doubles. Uh-oh. That's not at all what Jason needed in that rack. So, uh-oh. Oh, well hit. Good shot. I don't know if he left her a piece of that or not. Got her behind the 9, though. Good hit. But that's exactly what Jason was hoping for. This makes it pretty simple out for 6, 7, 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that's another commentator curse. This is perfect. Yet another massive swing. Jason just continues to allow Gretchen to get back to the table and mop up the easy shots. That makes it 3-1. All right, so I'm going to go over while she is racking. That's what Anthony was talking about. So this is the Scotch doubles. We started out with 24 teams. We're down to 12. So obviously we have 6 more mic'd up matches, and I believe the first is Sunday. Today's the 31st. It's Friday. Yep. So Sunday, bear with me a second. Sunday at 6 p.m., we've got Caden Hillman and Taylor Collar taking on Brent Rossman and, I'm sorry, wrong match, Mike Schultz and Mike, I can't Mike and his partner and Mike and his partner. Mike Koala and I can't even, not thinking straight right now. Then Monday night is Caden Hillman, Taylor Collar, Brent Rossman, and Jeff Hubie. Then the next match is the 8th, which is Matt Strong and... Oh, sorry. I got to get back to the match here. Anthony, I'll get back to you on that. Actually, probably tomorrow morning I'm going to be putting together a big schedule anyway. There is, to give everybody an idea, there is a match every single day, I believe, next week. Whether it be 1.4, which we're watching now, or 2.1, which is 625 and under, or Scotch doubles. So there's a lot of matches coming up. Jason is kind of painting himself into a corner here. Now, he either has to go for the breakout shot or has to play a bank on this 7-ball next, which I don't think I would recommend. This 7-8 combo I don't think goes. I'm looking right down at it, and I'm pretty sure he would have to throw the heck out of it or come from behind the 7 first and kick at it to give him a better angle into the 8. But I think he's got to play safe here. All right, that's not the worst play. That's what Jason was hoping for. Opportunity to shoot at the 7. Oh my goodness. That is a big miss at a very bad time. Just like I was talking about at the end of the last game, the last couple of games, as a matter of fact, where Jason runs a bunch of balls off the table and then either does not make a key ball or does not play a good enough safe to lock up Gretchen and leaves the mop up for Gretchen. So, with that miss, it's an opportunity for Jason to play a combo, but the 7 could end up in a kind of a nasty spot if he does make the combo. Got to hit this with a little bit of pace so the 7 ends up over by the top right corner because it's not going to stay there. Oh my goodness. Another overcut. Jason seems a little frustrated at the moment. A miss by Gretchen with a really good result for her. Not so much for Jason. Opportunity for Gretchen to get on the hill. Uh-oh. That's not what you wanted. Hit that 8-ball a little thick. And she drills the bank. dead center pocket to put herself on the hill. Nicely done. Gutsy shot, but could not have hit it any cleaner. That ball was hit with perfect speed. Indeed, Nick. Yeah, if she doesn't make that, it's a guaranteed win for Jay. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Pretty much a dead out for Jason. Making it 4-1 in set number 2 in her breaking. Pockets the 7 ball. Pockets, oh boy. All right, so Gretchen has an opportunity here to play the 1-2 combo. It's not as hard as what it looks. It might look a little bad from your screen. Or she could play the carom, but I wouldn't recommend that because then you might end up behind the 3 ball. The only issue with playing that is she's got to make sure that she doesn't block herself on the 1 ball with the 9. That's kind of what I was talking about. So if she gets too far up table, she might end up blocked. But the way she's lining up, she's playing the carom. And that's why I didn't like that shot. It's hard to come away with a good shot, or hard to judge where that 1 ball is going to end up going. And where the cue ball is going to end up. That could have easily ended up behind the 9. I would have actually played that. I would have actually hit that with like really thin, and then with some inside English, and then played the 3 in the same pocket there. I think there's some frustration. I mentioned it before, but I think Jason's getting frustrated with his own game. He's not getting out where he feels like he should. He's taking less and less time on each shot than what he was before. Did I shoot Chris? No. Although maybe I should have. He has actually decided. I went and got him a sun drop, and then he said he had to go pick up Tim Volkman or whatever they're going to practice, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared. And then he's over there practicing now with Tim for his match. Big shot on the 4 ball. If she can pocket this. She had a shot on the 5, too. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. When it goes bad, it goes bad. Gretchen probably going to play the 4-6 combo. Where is the 4 going to go, and where is the cue ball going to go? Right about there with a shot. Gretchen has an opportunity with these 4 balls to put this match away and advance to the final 16. From there, every single match is going to be streamed. Yes, I agree, Michael. Jason's speed has been... Oh! Are you kidding me? I can't believe that just happened. I mean, she still made the 4, but this just made this last rack super simple for Gretchen. I mean, she literally has the perfect angle on the 5 in the side to get to the 9 ball to win the match. Not only does she make a good shot on the 4, but pockets the 8, which could have potentially been trouble. She's got this 9 ball almost dead straight in for the victory. I agree, Mike, and that's what I was kind of talking about. With Jason plays really good pool. He does, and it just he's struggled today. There's no question, and she nails it. Hats off to Gretchen Froelich, taking down match number 2, or round number 2. That's good for her. I I feel for Jason. I really do, because I guarantee he's disappointed in himself, and you just hate to see that. But again, congratulations to. Let me fix the lights here just for a second. Actually, move there. Wow, that has no screens on it at all. Maybe you should go back to the other one. Thanks everybody for tuning in on this Friday morning / Friday afternoon. I appreciate it. Again, we do have another match. There's one on the open stream this afternoon between Tim Sonnenberg and, gosh darn it, Jason Rivera. So tune into, sit and chat with Patrick Glynn if he's commentating. If not, we will see all of you Sunday. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for everybody keeping me company in the chat because Chris decided to abandon me, but that's all right. Enjoy your Friday afternoon. Enjoy your Saturday, and we will see you very soon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Much appreciated.